CannaPornia with your host, Mofo, only on LA Talk Radio.
So, what do you get when you mix weed and porn together?
CannaPornia, 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 CannaPornia. You are now tuned in to CannaPornia. Now here's your host, the one and only Mofo.
Yes. Tonight is a fantasy come true for yours truly, El Mofo. I couldn't remember today how I first discovered Mistress Cara. That is Mistress Cara, by the way.
Mistress Cara.
Cara. Mistress Cara?
Like face, yes.
Okay, Cara. I like that.
Thank you.
I want to come on her Cara. Come all over her Cara. But anyway, it's Mistress Cara. I was trying to remember today. I think what happened, because the first time I seen you was on Twitter. And it was in early February. And somebody else had, I think, tweeted a picture of you in there with them, right? And I was like, oh, fuck. Because basically Mistress Cara has everything that I fucking love, fantasize about, want to jerk off to. It's like, she has it all. Because like me, I'm basically a big eyes, big ass, thick thighs man. And she has it all. But she also has the added bonus, okay, of muscle. Like she has, like, a lot of muscle, right? And look at that. Look at those guns. Look at those guns. Look at that tongue. But it's still like she has a lot of muscle, but it's still real sexy, It's because, and I'm not putting down the muscular women that are real defined and very low fat.
Amen.
That's super cool. Mm-hmm. That's impressive, and it's something to be, respected and admired. But I like the CrossFit looking girls and the girls like you, like the wrestlers. And the bodybuilding girls when they're off season.
Mm-hmm. I know.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about.
Not when they're in contest shape.
No, it's off season. I
when
like
they're all defined and you see all the veins and shit. It's like, damn. But no, like Mistress Scott is she's like the perfect woman.
I'm permanently off season.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, that's the kind of body I like. So I first seen her on Twitter, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta have her on the show. Okay. So now the way it works with me, when I see somebody I want on the show, I'll go to their page and then I'll go through their timeline. And basically what I'm looking for is what they post and see if there's anything like funny about it. Like if they would be an entertaining guest. Because it's not all about looks or how many followers they have or whatever. It's got to be someone who's hot as fuck but also entertaining. And then, so that's what I do. I go through their timelines on Twitter, Instagram. And as soon as I see oh shit, man, she's got some personality, she's funny, whatever, I'll hit them up right away and I'll send them a message. And it's usually something like, would love to have you on my show. It's about cannabis and porn and 60 minutes of no drama, and stuff like that. And then I send it. And then usually they'll hit me back and I'll say, okay, sounds good or whatever. And then I'll hit them back with okay, well, can you follow me? And I'll send you a direct message, right? And anyway, Mistress Cara, she did all that right away. And then she hit me up, basically, yeah, I'd love to be on your show. Now let me see when I can be on your show. And we went back and forth since February. What is it now, August?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because she's super busy. And a lot of the girls, in adult entertainment, regardless of what it is, they're fucking busy. They're always on the road. They're always doing stuff, or they get like last bookings, where they're gonna get paid. So it's hard for them to commit. Like, it's hard for them to come on the show.
Well, for me, I also, as well as in the adult industry, I'm also the manager of the Stock Room, which is BDSM and adult toys. And it's located in Silver Lake here in Los Angeles. But I manage that store, and so it takes up a huge amount of my time.
Yeah.
But I love it. So it is hard to catch me sometimes, and I haven't sessioned a whole lot in the last couple of years because of it. But it has been very fulfilling on many levels.
Yeah. How sexy is Mistress Cara? look at that body. Hopefully you can see those thighs. I know there's a CannaPornia thing on the bottom, but look at those legs, dude. Unbelievable. She has a crazy body. And the first pictures I seen of you were wrestling pictures.
Most likely.
You were wrestling some girl, and I'm like, damn, look at this girl's body. Like, I can jerk off to that easily. Like, it doesn't have to be porn. I could just jerk off to that.
Well, wrestling is sexy. I also teach erotic wrestling for couples because it is very sexy to be able to have that kind of physical power exchange between your partner.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's something I actually teach is how to make it sexy. But also, I do the full spectrum. I'll wrestle fully clothed, and there's no sex, and it's really just tap outs. And then I go and I do kink.com, Ultimate Surrender, Undefeated Champion. Thank you very much.
Did you hear that? Undefeated. Did you hear that, Cyborg? Did you? Cyborg from the UFC. I just went to the UFC fights.
Oh, nice.
Well, I think last Saturday, and I seen Cyborg finally get, what she's earned and deserves. She got her title. Hopefully she'll fight. They're talking about her fighting Holly Holm next. But let me introduce, though, Mr. Scott. I really haven't said everything that she is. She is a feminist, a sex educator, a dominatrix, porn star, a wrestler, model, stage actor, femme stud, pansexual. Okay, what is pansexual?
It is. It's pretty common now with younger generation, but I caught it on around.
In other words, those old fucks don't have no idea.
Oh, I'm an old fuck too. It's just that it's what resonated with me, and when it first kind of came into consciousness as far as a way to describe yourself, it definitely was like, yes, that is who I am. So bisexual is very much the same thing in a lot of people's minds, and it's just that it kind of talks about a binary, boys and girls. For me, I date men, I date women, cisgendered. I also date trans men and women. I date people who may be asexual. I date people who may not claim to have a gender or want to identify with the gender. So I see people based on the chemistry and how I feel about them on a one-on-one basis. And so for me, pansexual is basically the ability to have attraction to, whether that's romantic or sexual, to basically anybody. It really depends on that connection you have with that individual, not with any of the. Of course, we have preferences. And
right.
Like that,
like everybody. So you have like a screening process before you make a session or whatever.
Oh, screening process. I thought you meant dating.
No. Well,
yes.
My horny ass, I'll fuck anything.
I will tell you this. So I probably am going to get back into sessioning soon. I've been having, the itch to come out of my hibernation, as you will. But when someone emails me and they cannot formulate a sentence or talk with some semblance of respect because we've never met each other, so that kind of thing, I will not even pay attention. I will delete you. But if you write me, the first screening that you go through is how do you converse before we've negotiated on the play that we're going to play, and that play might be the language we use. Once we've established that, could be filthy and dirty and fun, but until we've established that, you need to approach me as an adult approaching an adult, and a business. Basically this is a business, and and if you want to start with the game, you're probably never going to hear from me.
Yeah. Cool. All right, very cool.
Yeah.
Now, so you work at the stock room.
Yes.
And you brought some. She brought some stuff with her.
I did. I brought a few things. I got a little bag of tricks down here too.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that later. One thing I want to talk about is because I don't think we've used the word yet. Kind of what she's talking about is like fetishes, fetish, and my fetish. And I think, and if you guys follow me on Twitter or Instagram, or you seen any of my porn? I worked on a lot of pornos, directed some pornos.
Nice.
But that was the late 90s and early 2000s. The last porno I directed was Sick Girls Need Sick Boys Part 2 in 2007 for DVSX. But I'm really into ass smothering.
Ah, yes.
Now, some of you guys don't know what ass smothering is. Why don't you describe it?
All right. Although I bet a lot of those out there watching and listening who don't know, quote unquote, what it is, I bet they know. It travels beyond. It is a fetish, but it's one of those fetishes that even people who say, "Oh, I don't have fetishes," but I do like having gorgeous woman with her ass sitting on my face and smothering me. Now it's not about making you pass out and taking you to that extreme, but it's about the role play of that control and smothering you with gorgeous pair of cheeks. So you might be lying down, and if I'm in a session, I've probably got like 5 pairs of panties on, and he knows the rules. And if he disobeys those, then we don't session again. But if I'm with a partner, I may be completely naked, and we may be wrestling, getting hot and heavy, and then I might get them in some control situations. One of those might be sitting on his face. It's kind of like if you are in school and if you've ever had the bully pin you down, and there's the schoolgirl pin. Basically, she's got her thighs up on you right here, and she's squeezing you with her thighs.
Yeah.
Well, that, just scoot a little further up and cover their mouth and their nose with your ass. But it's an incredibly common, not an ordinary fetish that many people have, even guys that are not in the scene or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you do, we'll talk a little bit. Well, let's talk about as far as like the do's and don'ts or whatever, just in case. So you guys kind of know. Maybe some of you after this will want to get into it or pay for services or whatever. Because I would think most guys are gonna get an erection.
Yeah.
Right.
Not all. I mean, sometimes the excitement is more of a psychological. But yeah, plenty, probably more than half would be. Now, are guys
allowed to jerk off or no?
That's dependent on A, the laws of where you're at, and B, the boundaries of which each woman has her own boundaries.
Right.
And so if the laws permit masturbation, obviously not sex, but if the laws permit, then if the dominant wants to allow that, or maybe she wants to allow it until he just about almost is there, and then says stop. Session ends. So
fuck.
So it really depends. And then some doms are like, no, you cannot even touch yourself. I'm going to bind your hands this entire time. I'm going to shove my ass in your face. You're not going to be able to touch me, and you're not going to be able to play.
Yes.
So the excitement of not being, chastity is a big thing. So the excitement of being in a consenting adult manner, being controlled sexually is very exciting for many men and women. And
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Mistress Cara, right? You've seen her thighs. She has a beautiful big ass too. Imagine her on your face, just grinding away, maybe, talking dirty, and you got a big old heart on, but she doesn't let you touch yourself. Holy fuck. That's probably more of a turn on.
Well, for a lot of people,
because guys can come without even like touching their dick or somebody touching their dick. Yeah. You get turned on and off.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Does
say
that happen?
That really, it really doesn't, because there's such a psychological element at play. Uh-huh. And when people come to see me, these are people who they might be switches. They might be somebody who is dominant.
What's a switch?
Somebody who can play with their partners in a dominant manner, and then be able to submit to their partners and be the submissive as well, and find pleasure and fulfillment from both of those. And some people find most of their pleasure or all of their pleasure from being one or the other. So the men that come to see me in my session, they're very submissive. They want to follow orders. They want to be told what to do. They want to be controlled. That's their fantasy. And it's very physical, but it's also psychological. So they're not going to generally, they're not going to break the rules, or if they do, it's in a manner that we've discussed, like you can be bratty in this manner. But as far as popping off just out of the blue, no. I've actually, I've actually not had that happen. It's psychologically, you can control someone even without touching them. So if I tell them you cannot come, you are not allowed to come, then it generally works.
And they probably won't, because like if they break the rules,
they may not see me again.
Yeah, that's what would keep me
and also with
in line.
with like a lifestyle partner or something, if I have a DS situation, and they break the rules, if you're together as in a relationship, the rules are going to get broken here and there, and sometimes I make it very hard to where they almost have to break the rules because then I can punish them for that.
Yeah.
But if something were for someone that I was seeing in a personal level were to do that, then the best punishment is really to let them know that they will be ignored for a certain amount of time. And to be ignored is the ultimate punishment for those who are in service to you or wanting to submit to you.
Yeah.
Because your attention ultimately is the gold.
Now, when you're ignoring them, are you talking about like leaving them on the floor while they're tied up and you just kind of go watch Netflix for a while? I'm going to go watch Game of Thrones, fucker. You piss me off.
Now, it could mean they're going to be my human footrest while I watch television and read a book, or they might go into a cage and be locked up. But even on that level, a lot of guys will be like, well, this is a turn on. So with a partner, right? And so with a partner, I might literally say, okay, you go home, and I'm not answering your calls, I'm not answering your texts, and you won't hear from me for this amount of time. And that's the worst, because if I punish them, if I put them in a cage, if I use them in some way, even if I'm ignoring them, they're still being used, they're still getting fulfillment from that, and the whole point is to punish them. So punishment is different in the BDSM world.
Yeah.
True punishment.
Wouldn't you love Mistress Cara as a dominatrix, right? Because she has the look, the voice, the body, the height, everything. What do you call him? Would you call him a client? What do you call the men that client?
Yeah, it would be a client, and you would go into session.
Can a client, let's say, ask you to wear a certain uniform?
They often do have requests, and some mistresses will be like, fuck you, I wear what I want, I say what I want, I do what I want. And other mistresses, but some guys like that too. And the other guys who are very specific about their fetishes, about what they want, they are paying for a service. So there are, I've worked in dungeons, and yes, you do, you have outfits, you have things to where you can basically embody these fantasies, embody the archetype, and and that's really fulfilling generally for the Dom as well, because we have many archetypes that we, that we tap into.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to confess what my turn on is as far as for this kind of scene. I don't give a fuck if it pisses some people off because I know it's, I don't know, guess you can't say it nowadays or whatever. But I have a T-shirt, and it's called Ilsa, the she-wolf leader of the Nazi brigade, and it's a tall blonde, and she's wearing like a dominatrix outfit, and the T-shirt has all these swastikas and whatever, but she's all like Nazi'd out with the high black letters and the whips. That's, I think, what I would like.
And that's I love that you are brave enough to say that, because for one, obviously you are of Hispanic background.
Chicano, Mexican American.
Exactly. And so to embrace this taboo and to be able to tell the world, like, that takes a lot of spirit, and I respect that. A lot of times if you're going to go into something that is very possibly triggery for people, you either have a party where it's like, we're going to do a bunch of trigger shit, or you inform people before that, hey, we're going to have some, whatever, SS uniforms. I have a fantasy, and I would like to see some cultural appropriation. I'd like to see Grace Jones type in full Nazi uniform whipping a pasty white boy.
Yeah. If some of you don't know who Grace Jones is, you can Google it. Keep watching the show, but Google it. She has some cool ass pictures and stuff she did. If you don't, you know what? Guys that probably watch my show, and guys around my age, Grace Jones was in Conan the Barbarian. I think it was part 2. That's her. If you don't know who she is, she's the black girl in Conan the Barbarian Part 2, and she was pretty good. She also did some cool shit with David Bowie.
Yeah, she is the woman. I can tell you. My God.
She's hot as hell. She's hot as hell.
So I think
so role play is just role play, man. Don't get all fucking hung up. Oh fuck,
And you know what? When you're negotiating with a partner and you talk about this beforehand, and a lot of people. Here's another taboo. A lot of people, men and women alike, have rape fantasies, because we come from a culture where you take things that are good and bad as
my wife
you
wants to
grow up
rape
in
me.
this world. And well,
I'm convinced.
Was it? Did you wake up and she just had her pussy on your mouth? Or?
No, she's. I've said it on the show before. My wife's always trying to put her finger up my asshole.
Yeah, but
I'm very self-conscious.
You might be interested in exploring that.
It might be, but I eat a
very
lot.
open-minded.
You can tell. I eat a lot, and I eat a lot of the wrong food. I eat a lot of like chili fries, things like that.
Well,
so
there's a whole prepreparation, and
yeah, but
actually,
that's why I need some warning.
Oh, I will.
I don't know.
I like to teach couples how to prep for, their boy's first anal adventure.
Yeah.
I talk to a lot of couples about that when I'm I do. A lot of couples come in and it's their first time and he's nervous, and there's a lot of things you can do to make it way more pleasurable than what you would think.
Right.
As far as not preparing, it might be painful, but if you prepare well, it could be the most amazing adventure of your life.
I'm just afraid of the whole shitting and farting thing, because in my personal life, I've had really bad experiences with girls as far as fucking them in the asshole. They always shit.
A lot of people don't. Well, first of all, a lot of people don't know how to prep and how to make it, as effective for both partners, and to not have to worry about is there going to be an accident. But let me tell you, being in porn, stuff happens, and it's just human, and you clean up and you move on. But there are ways to prepare, and I think that most people who have these continuing accidents maybe they have some shame around it, and they haven't explored what are the best ways to prepare to prevent this, and so I don't have to think about it, so I can enjoy myself. And there's a lot of things you can do, tons of things to prepare for that. But once in a while something might happen, but that's we're people, it gets messy sometimes. Just don't shame your partners when it happens,
right?
Unless they're doing it on purpose and you're not into shit play.
Oh yeah, you just reminded me of. I think I accidentally found out this girl was in the shit play. This is a long fucking time ago. I'm talking about right after high school. This was like 1979, because I graduated from high school in 1979, and I think it was the summer. Anyway, I hooked up with this disco chick who used to be a chola. Do you know what a chola is? I
do.
Okay. Well, a lot of the people in that time, a lot of the Chicanos in that time kind of go through like a chola phase, and around that time, the late 70s and early 80s, a lot of people kind of went from chola to disco, right? And that's what this girl was. But she was known for her ass, right? Big old ass. She was so fucking hot. But anyway, by then I was already into the ass smothering. I started asking girls to sit on my face with their big asses, like in 8th grade. Yes. And you
knew early.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we hooked up. We would always kind of go out and whatever. Then I finally just asked her, "Hey man, you go with me? You want to go to a motel, whatever, get fucked up, whatever." And so we went to a motel. Anyway, long story short, I asked her to sit on my face. And of course, she's sitting on my face. She's, she's, stroking my dick or whatever. And she's, sitting on my face, looking that way. And then she just starts farting. Like, I'm like, fuck. She can't stop fucking farting. And I'm like, fuck.
There are a lot of men who pay that. Good money for that.
Yeah. And then I'm going, you know what? This bitch she's gonna start shitting, because farts kind of change sound. And I told her, look, man, you keep farting and you shitting, I'm gonna fuck you in the asshole and use your shit as a fucking lube. And she's like, go ahead, Pinchy, go ahead. And I'm like,
well, as long as you have consent.
No, but I think she was down for me to fuck her in the asshole using her shit as lube. And I was like, holy fuck. But anyway, it kind of ended right there.
Am I right?
Yeah, 79. And we ended right there. But eventually, I did end up fucking her in the asshole. Because it's like you say, you get to know each other. You start practicing, stuff like that.
And you get to know each other's bodies. You can play and do a lot of things you may not be able to do in the first round.
Yeah. So it got pretty good. And, yeah. So, that we're talking. So we went to the ass smothering. And then let's go ahead. I brought all my notes on her.
Let's move on from the shit, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about the whole, because this seems to be pretty big right now, at least on my Twitter, is the whole strap-on dildo pegging thing. Because almost every damn porn star I follow is constantly tweeting pictures of that. Either fucking other girls with a strap-on dildo or fucking guys with a strap-on dildo. And it was even on have you ever watched a show called Broad City?
Yes. Oh, I love that episode. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I love the end with the parents too. That was my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. Now, did you bring one?
I did, of course.
Okay, she brought one.
I actually can I do a shameless drop right now?
Of course.
So I'm actually teaching a class this weekend. It's a free demo at the Stock Room 21.
Oh, free.
Free, baby. 2121 Sunset. And it's 3 classes for an hour each. Mine is going to be at 3 o'clock. The whole day starts at 12, so come early. Come see the other classes. Head to Toe BDSM with Hutzi Hahn, Electroplay with Will McMichael, and me, Strap-Ons 101, Mistress Cara. Basically, I love using strap-ons, and it is not just a DS situation where I'm getting off on just having the control, but I'm actually getting off. I focus my classes on...
So you get wet while you're fucking somebody with a strap-on?
Oh. That's my emphasis in class, is for the female wearer to achieve orgasm while she's pegging, while she's strap-on fucking her girlfriend or whoever. Because if you're both vibrating toward an orgasm, you know, it feels much different than if you're just doing this thing for your partner, which is great, you know. But if you can achieve orgasm, your partner will feel that vibration way more, and it feels amazing for both people.
Now, do you get wet more fucking a guy or a girl?
It depends on the person. It really does. I mean, I have different places that I like to go as far as the psychological aspect behind it. And, you know, when I'm with a male-bodied person, my mind might be in a different place. Maybe I'm you know, I'm their master instead of their mistress. Maybe I'm daddy instead of, you know, some form of a feminine. But when I'm with a woman, you know, it could be the same thing. It really depends on the person.
Do you have pictures of you that you sell, like 8x10s or 8x11s?
I have not done that yet, but if
you
there's a photographer that wants to take care of that for me,
because you know what, I would buy an 8x11 of you fucking the shit out of a girl with a strap-on dildo, like the side view though. Because I posted a picture on my Twitter today. If you go to my Twitter, twitter.com/CannaPornia. What's your Twitter?
It's just at Mistress Cara. I'm always Mistress Cara wherever platform you're on.
And what's your same thing with your Instagram?
Although I haven't been very active with that recently.
Okay, if on my Twitter today, I retweeted a picture of her. I don't know who she's fucking, but it's a side view picture of her fucking this other girl with a strap on. It's so fucking hot.
Is it? Does she have gray thigh highs on? Perhaps.
No, I think I want to say I think her name is Daisy Ducati.
Oh, Daisy Ducati, absolutely. I love Daisy Ducati. I mean, I have a lot of people in the industry that I just feel so close to after working with them for so many years and having so much fun. But Daisy Ducati is amazing. If you don't know her work, look it up.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. After the show, we got to talk.
Although I don't think that must not have been me fucking her, because we're generally tops together, and we'll
maybe
gangbang some.
Well, I'm remembering the names that were in the post. So you might have been fucking somebody else, but I remember that name.
We were probably tag teaming someone together.
Okay.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk after the show. I want to get a picture of you doing something like that. Okay, so. Yeah, you're right. Do you
want to see some strap-on stuff?
Yeah, bring it out.
All right. He says bring it out. So I like to focus on a strap-on that's going to stimulate me and my lady parts. This is a fused dildo. I love this one because it's ergonomical. It actually is made.
I think that's my dick right there. Is
this your dick?
That's the color.
I have your dick.
It's thicker though.
You sign this. So I love this because it actually has a battery bullet in it that's not going to just come out the front. That's going to make it feel like I'm getting jammed by a bullet. So this is obviously someone talked to a woman when they made this product, and I really like it. And then this is one of my favorites because I wear it.
That's my dick, brown and not proud.
You should be proud no matter what size it is. And so this one I wear internally. And
now, what do you mean internally?
Meaning this goes inside of my pussy.
Oh.
This is going to stimulate my clitoris. And this is curved, so it's going to stimulate a male wears P-spot, prostate area, or a woman's G-spot. And so that is good stuff all around because we're all being stimulated at the same time. We're all working together to get to where we want to get together. Wow. So I do love this one. And I also have, I got to show you this one. I think you're going to like this one. This is one of my very favorites. Except for I'm not too into the bass, but I love the cock.
Whoa.
And it feels very real.
That's where I leave the room.
This is my favorite cock. So that's Big Daddy right there.
Yeah, that's when I run to the car. That's when I run to my truck.
That's what they all say until they've had it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, see, I hear that all the time. I've changed many minds. And this is probably my favorite strap-on because I don't need a lot of frills and whistles, and I want it to be a lot of strap-ons. You'll see it's like the cock's coming out of the belly button. I don't know what's going on there. So this actually sits right over my pussy, right over my clitoris. So I'm getting stimulation while I'm grinding and using it.
Wow.
And that way I can achieve orgasm with my strap-on, and I do. So those are my cocks, and that's my strap-on. And
Yeah.
don't knock it till you try it.
You hear that? It's from Mistress Cara. Okay, I'm gonna do a little round with you. That's fast.
Okay.
You gotta answer like within 10 seconds.
Oh shit.
Okay. I'm basically going to ask you, who would you love to fuck the shit out of with a huge strap-on dildo to the point where they're crying and then they fall in love with you? I mean, completely in love with you. Like, they're willing to be your sex slave, everything, money, no matter what. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
You want to just answer?
Here we go.
Okay.
Elvis Presley or Johnny Cash?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Depp or Tom Cruise?
Johnny Depp.
Okay. Motley Crue or Rolling Stones? And I'm talking about the entire band.
I'll go with the Rolling Stones, baby.
Okay. Superman or Wonder Woman?
Fucking Wonder Woman.
Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton?
I will fuck Hillary Clinton a million times over. Unless, actually, there's circumstances where I'd fuck Donald Trump. I would want to use a dildo that would do very, very, very bad things.
Okay. Britney Spears or Taylor Swift?
There's not a third choice there?
No.
Can I take them both at the same time?
There you go.
I will take that option.
Rihanna or Beyonce?
Oh, that is a hard one. Fuck. Well, I know, oh my God, I know Rihanna would want it. And I think it would be more of a challenge to get Beyonce to take it. So
Yeah.
I think I'd be up for the challenge. But
Okay.
goddamn, that's a hard choice.
Go with Beyonce?
Both.
Both? LA Lakers or LA Dodgers?
Oh, well, I'm going to admit this, and you're going to deal with it. I'm not a sports fan. So
Okay.
I'll take both teams, all the asses, bent up in the air.
Adele or Miley Cyrus?
I'll take Adele.
Really?
Miley's already had it.
Yeah. Adele seems a little uptight to me.
She needs to maybe just take the bottom for a spin.
Yeah.
I think I could convince her.
Okay, last one. Hopefully you know who these people are.
We'll see.
Ronda Rousey or Serena Williams?
I'd sexually attracted. I'd probably want Serena Williams, but just for the sheer gonna fuck her hard and make her fucking scream and cry, Ronda Rousey.
Okay. There you go. See, that was easy. Now, you're a sex educator.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to ask you something because this is something that I don't know. At least as far as me and a lot of people I know, they think it's bullshit. But I want to see if you say it's real. Is sex addiction real, or is that something just like married guys use when they get caught cheating?
I think that is something that does happen, but I would have to be trained in the right field to be able to say that. Honestly, I've thought about that, and I have ideas about why it's not, and I have ideas about why it could be, and I'm not necessarily convinced either way.
Okay.
I think that there's absolutely cases where addiction can take any form, whether that's sex or drugs or, I don't know, flossing your teeth and washing your hands. I don't know. But I think...
have you seen that show, Weird? I think it's called Bizarre Addictions or something like that.
Oh, no, it sounds cool.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I seen one where this black girl had an addiction to eating soap.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that's soap, and there's actually generally they're depleted of some kind of mineral or vitamin or something that they need, and they eat dirt or soap or something.
Okay.
But soap, I guess you have a lot of flavors to choose from.
Okay, here's another one. Here's another question.
Okay.
Do you think any kind of marriage should be legal? And I'm not
Wait,
just
wait,
talking
wait.
between humans.
Wait. What was the question?
Do you think any kind of marriage should be legal? In other words, should you be able to marry whoever you want, whether it's a guy or a fucking dog or whatever?
I think that any person that can give consent and is of age should be able to marry whoever they want who is of age and who can give consent.
Okay, get ready for this.
Okay.
I didn't believe this when I read it, but
no.
I looked it up, and it's true. A couple weeks ago, this fucking guy in Mexico, a Mexican dude in Mexico, married a crocodile.
I knew this was going to be a zoophilia thing.
A fucking crocodile. Because in Mexico, all you have to do is like prove that you're in love with this fucking crocodile, and they will marry you legally. You can Google it.
I mean, God, once you get to that point, if they're not biting your head off and killing you, if you're not, drugging it, I don't know, maybe if you can wrangle that, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah.
As far as zoophilia goes, that's something that I don't believe that animals can give consent. So that's my problem with that.
Okay, if animals could give consent.
If they could say, hey, I want to fuck you, then absolutely. I mean,
Okay. Are you ready?
Sure.
If animals gave consent, right? And you were going to fuck an animal, we're going to marry an animal. What animal would it be?
Oh, God.
And be detailed. Just can't say a dog. What kind of dog?
Oh no,
what kind of cat?
I would go with a bonobo because it's
what?
A bonobo.
What's that?
Bonobo monkey. Because it is our closest relative. Unlike people think it's the chimpanzee, it's the bonobo. Bonobos win wars by fucking each other.
Really?
Yes, they are very sexual. They
big dicks.
Women fuck women, men fuck men fuck women.
So you would fuck your monkey too, just like you.
If we were living in your
Mr.
world,
if we were
living in your world where zoophilia is like the topic of our show.
How big is how are you saying it?
Zoophilia. It's
no, the name of the monkey?
Bonobo.
Bonobo. How do you spell
Closest
that?
relative. Probably it's Bonobo.
I'm gonna look that shit up.
Off the top of my head.
How do the girl bonobos look?
Probably very similar to the boys. I'm not incredibly sure because I've never thought about this
tits and ass.
before your question.
Okay, so Mistress Cara said she would marry a bonobo. How tall are they? Are they big?
I don't know.
Like a gorilla? Like a
Nope.
silverback gorilla?
I think they're smaller, but I couldn't tell you. I'd have to Google that for you.
You wouldn't rather bang a silverback gorilla? I mean, if you
No.
were going to?
Psh, that patriarchy? No, thank you.
No.
Bonobos are a matriarch. Thank you very much, and they are. They're very sensual. They get their arguments dealt with through sex and through touch and companionship.
Yeah.
And I dig that. So
Do they smoke weed?
I would imagine they probably eat mushrooms off the ground. So
Oh, better.
I think most animals
Better.
would, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you if you're out there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah. I was going to bring my gorilla tonight. You guys who watch the show know my favorite animal is a gorilla.
Yeah?
The silverback gorilla. I love it. Did you see Kong?
I have
Skull
not
Island?
seen Kong. No. Should
It's
I?
a badass movie. Yeah,
Is
you
it?
should.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll like it. You might get turned on. There's no bonobos though. Did you say bonobo?
You got it. He's gonna go home and Google the fuck out of this.
Yeah. Next show I might bring one.
He's got a new fetish.
Where are they from?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring me a bonobo next time. No, if I was going to, and I thought about this, it would have to be a golden retriever with long blonde hair. Like I can picture a golden retriever with long hair licking my balls.
Wow.
I can picture
I
that.
would like to not picture that.
No, I can.
I know, but now you're making me picture it, and I'd prefer to not have that.
No,
one.
so if I had to pick an animal, it would be that. Wow, I never thought you were gonna say monkey. Never. That's pretty cool.
Check out the bonobo. You'll know
imagine
why.
the both of us right now, huh? If we could give a live demonstration, the little monkey fucking her, and I'm getting my balls licked by a golden retriever.
I think I should just put the strap on and ask your ask your permission to put it in your ass instead.
Yeah.
A lot more
Okay.
people would be into that. Trust me.
Oh, of course. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I was really surprised at the dude, a fucking crocodile. Think about that.
People don't surprise me.
Obviously, there's no fucking sex involved there. I mean, what the fuck you can do to a crocodile? First of all, the skin of a crocodile, it's not, it's like growth of teeth and all that. And now let me do something here real quick. I'm gonna put in a little, little commercial here for a friend of mine who's having a wrestling event
Yeah.
at the Iron Triangle Brewery. The fuck is it? Okay, here it is. It's September 23rd at the Iron Triangle Brewery in downtown LA. It's the event is called Bumps and Bruises. September 23rd, and the Instagram and Twitter, I guess, is called Bumps and Bruises. And they're gonna have 2 hot girl wrestlers on there. I'm gonna try to have them on the show before September 23rd. All right. So there we go with that. Okay, now here comes our educational segment, and we have a sex educator here. I have a problem, and a lot of guys have this problem.
Is this another zoophilia question?
No.
Okay, good. Then we can move on.
I don't know. Maybe a golden retriever would make me come too fast.
He's thought about this way
Or
too
a
much.
babono or a bagono. Okay, here we go. Premature ejaculation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is your tips or techniques or advice on how to prevent that?
All right. Well, I think a lot of guys already kind of, like a lot of guys who have already maybe moved past their teens and 20s would probably know this, but of course masturbating before you
I
go
still
on your
do.
date. Yeah.
I still do, and
Absolutely.
I'm 55 fucking
Yeah.
years old.
Doesn't-
and I
yeah.
still come too fast.
Well, then, so do you masturbate beforehand? That's what I'm talking about. You masturbate
Not really, because my kids are always fucking home.
Oh, you can go in the bathroom for
My
5
fucking,
minutes.
my fucking kids.
You're
It was
gonna-
actually easier when they were younger. Now that my kids are in their 20s, they're always fucking around. They're always around.
You have to kick them out and make them go play outside.
Yeah, it's hard.
we
It's hard to tell
used
my
to
son,
do.
hey, can you stop watching the UFC so your dad can jerk off? You know. But
Someday
anyway,
he'll
go ahead.
understand.
So what's
so
the,
yeah, just I would absolutely recommend jerking off before you are going to meet up with your partner,
There you go.
and maybe
I've done that.
twice if absolutely. I mean, unless so the problem is sometimes your partner wants a lot of cum, and if you do that, it ruins it. But at the same time, you could also have like, this is it. I'm gonna fucking come fast, and
Right.
then we're gonna go back into it in 5 minutes. And you
Right.
have to get in that mindset that you're not gonna just roll over and go to sleep. You're going to just pop one off first, and then maybe let her ride your half mast for a while, and then get back into it.
Yeah.
But having at least some release beforehand is good. Also, cock rings are good. Cock rings are gonna allow you to keep your erection longer.
Did you bring
than-
one?
I don't have. Well, this is basically a metal cock ring. I don't necessarily.
And what does the
recommend
cock ring
metals.
do? What does the cock ring do?
It was made originally to help keep an erection. So and by the way, boys, you put the cock ring behind the scrotum. It doesn't just go on the cock, behind the scrotum, and it's gonna.
Oh, wait a minute.
Cock
The
ring.
balls go in there too?
Absolutely.
Holy
You've pulled
fuck,
your
that
balls
would
through
hurt.
a tight cock ring before, haven't you?
No,
No, it doesn't.
Wait. Let me see that. Can I see that?
Well, this I don't recommend it. This
Is it-
This is for my strap-on, which if it gets stuck, you don't have to go to the hospital.
Let me see.
But a good strong silicone or an adjustable one that you can actually adjust, and you can.
Is it bigger than this? A cock ring?
They're all different sizes.
Yeah, because there's
Dude,
that would hurt
there's
to
cock
get my
rings
dick and
this
balls in there.
big. There's cock rings this big. You probably got big balls.
And my balls hang lower now.
Maybe you need a ball stretcher.
No, because as you get older, they hang
They do,
low.
absolutely. But a lot of people in the BDSM
My
do
fucking
ball
balls
stretching.
touch the water now in the toilet.
Yeah, that's. I would probably lift those or get a little bra for your bra.
Can you get a lift for your balls like women do
I'm
for their
sure
breasts?
if you have enough money, you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You have enough money, you can have any kind of surgery you want.
Okay, so the cock ring.
Yeah, so what's
you
going
put
to
your
happen?
balls in first.
You put your cock in first, and then you pull your balls through, right? Or if you have an adjustable, you just wrap it around and you pull it tight, which is what I recommend.
Okay.
And it's so blood flows into your cock through the center, and it flows out more towards the surface. So if you're squeezing around the surface, blood flows in, keeps you hard, keeps you from coming too fast, and doesn't flow out very easily, so you stay hard longer.
Yeah.
So cock rings are great for that, and
Expensive?
no, you can get, if you want to get a fancy one, you can.
No.
Or if you want to get a $5 one, you can. But you should just, you should just come by the stock room, and I will show you our plethora of cock rings.
Will you?
I will help you find the right one, I promise.
Am I welcome to go to the stock room?
Fuck
I can
yeah,
go?
absolutely.
Cool.
As long as you buy something.
I will buy something because I want to get that picture. I'm going to get that picture from her. You watch for my bar. I have a really cool bar in my log cabin style family. Well, that's cool. Okay, what else other than the cock ring? What can you do? Well, you said jerk off first.
Absolutely.
Put a cock ring on. What else?
So there are numbing agents. I do not recommend them. We don't sell them, but that's an option that you can explore. There are
Now the numbing agent, okay.
don't know a whole lot about them other than
Does that hurt her? Would it keep her from coming?
no.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Possibly. I mean, it's like lube. Like, look at the ingredients, because some lube can cause mad issues for vaginas, and some lube is paraben-free and glycerin-free and is not going to mess up with the pH level. So it really depends on what ingredients are in whatever product you're using. So if you're putting something inside somebody, know what it's made of.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
Right.
So,
right.
but I don't really recommend numbing agents. Same thing with anal. I don't recommend them, because if you do get an anal tear or fissure, something happens like that, you're not going to know. You're going to keep playing, and you should know if you have.
So stop putting cocaine in her asshole. Did you hear that?
Just once in a while.
Yeah. do some
moderation. Asshole cocaine is moderate.
Do some lines off her butt cheeks. That's about it. You don't need to put coke in the asshole.
I didn't say like for never.
Yeah. Talking. Okay, because here's another I want to ask you. As far as like thinking, now what I mean by this, let's say you haven't fucked anybody, you don't have a cock ring on, you don't have a numbing agent, but you're in a strip bar. Because this is what happened to me. This is a true story.
Did you just pop off in your seat?
Yes, I went to a fucking strip bar. Maybe some of you heard. It's called the Holiday in Norwalk. Okay.
Wow.
Oh my God, I had this girl. First of all, I had never seen her there before. Okay, she's like till this day, she's still one of the hottest strippers I've ever seen in my fucking life. And you know how they come to you and they sit on your leg and they start like sometimes talking in your ear. Hey, you want to buy me a beer? You want to lap dance? And sometimes they'll lick your ear, you know. And that's what she was doing. And she's like, well, what do you say, huh? And while she's doing this, she's rubbing her thigh, kind of like up and down on my dick. And of course, right away, I get hard. And she goes, so what do you say? She goes, do you want a chair dance? You want to buy me a beer? And
wow, you are an easy comer.
Yeah. I'm shooting my load before the fucking chair dance inside the Holiday.
That means you didn't buy her a drink, right?
Did
you lose your motivation?
No, I had to fucking get up and clean myself.
Good. I'm glad you at least.
Because you know what was fucked up about it? I never wear light colored Dickies. I always wear Dickie shorts.
Oh, no.
Like I'm wearing dark gray Dickie shorts right now. I always wear like dark gray, brown, or
you
black.
You wear dark clothes to a strip club.
Yeah. I wore
now.
fucking light gray Dickie shirt. And of course, it was huge. Now you got to remember, I was super young then, so I came a lot. The fucking, it was humongous. And it was super cool though. She was super cool about it. She thought it was funny. And then she was like, well, come back. I'll be waiting for you. And I did come back. I ended up getting some chair dances from her.
That's nice.
And stuff. But okay, in that situation, what can you think? Can you start thinking of something else? Or fuck, I don't want to. I mean, what do you do? What can you do?
If you're a fast comer and you haven't masturbated before you went to the strip club, which you should probably do, then there's not, it's going to be very difficult to take your mind to another place while you have a hot stripper grinding on your cock.
Okay, just enjoy it then.
Just enjoy it. But honestly, like, do the strippers a favor and pop one off before you go into the club.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the preamble. It's fun. Do it.
Okay, so you guys hear that? If you're going to go to a strip bar, jerk off before you go to the strip bar, especially if you get chair dances.
See, then they jerk off and they're like, I don't want to go
now. Yeah. And it's
like every time I try to make my client eat his own cum, he swears he's going to do it until he actually comes, and then he doesn't want to eat it. But I make him anyways.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, my two favorite strip bars, some of you out there might remember them, they closed down. One was called First King, the hottest fucking black girls in the world. It was all black girls. It was called First King. I want to say it was off of Rosecrans and something in Hawthorne. And then the other one was called Fritz in Bellflower. It's called Fritz in Bellflower. Oh, my God. The hottest white girls in the world. And they shut them down. One of them, I don't know why. And then the other one, the owner just disappeared. Like, disappeared. So this day, they still don't. So this day,
That's a little creepy.
Yeah, they still don't know what happened to him.
Wow.
But, okay, we got 9 minutes left. Go ahead and get out your promotions.
Okay.
What you want to promote, go for it.
I don't know if I have 9 minutes of promotions, but
yeah, but there's something else I want to talk about.
Okay.
We got the fuck you segment to do.
Yeah, sweet. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. Right now, like I said, this Saturday, that is what is the date this Saturday? It's not on my flyer. That's too bad. So 3 p.m. Strap-Ons 101. 12 p.m. to 3.
Well, today's August 8th.
Today's August 8th. And what is today? Wednesday? No, it's
August
Tuesday.
12th is Friday. No, Saturday.
Well then, this Saturday,
August 12th.
the Stockroom, 2121 Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90026. Come take
What's
my
the age
class.
there?
Oh, yes. Thank you for mentioning that. It is 18 plus. You must be
18 and over.
Yes. But this one is a free one. So come in and see a free demo by me, by Hutzi Han, and by Will McMichael, and have a variety of new skill sets in your pocket after you leave.
Now, when you say demo, are you going to be fucking somebody with a strap-on dildo?
This is, so when I say demo, it's a short 101 class, so no. But I have taught a class before last year. Actually, my last strap-on class was a full 3-hour class. I did actually show penetration. It's not like, I'm fucking the person and we're going to do porn in front of you. This is a clinical, technical...
It's not a live sex show.
It's not a live sex show, but I am putting my cock in someone's ass. And... in front of the audience to show, because it's really difficult to really know what to do sometimes just by watching videos or reading about it, and watching someone actually show you and talk to you about it as they're doing it, it makes it a lot less scary for those people who want to explore that. So yes.
Is there such a thing as live sex shows in California or in the United States?
I've done, so I don't know how the porn it was, but we did a Come and Glitter in San Francisco, which was basically probably like 20 different 10-minute acts of either, it was, some of them had an arc line, like we actually had a little mini play and we fucked, and it ended with her squirting, and the front audience had a little thing to hold up, and it was a fully realized little mini play. So it does occur. I think there's a lot of legalities around it that prevent it from being more prevalent, but it was one of the most awesome and artistic and sexually freeing, wonderful, erotic experiences ever. And so I would love to do that again someday if the opportunity arose.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to promote, I am going to NorCal tomorrow. I've worked for kink.com for 7 years now, and I'm going to be doing another whipped ass video, and it is another dyke bar. I'm the bartender at this dyke bar on Whipped Ass, which is a lesbian kind of a gangbang situation. So look for that video in the next month or two on kink.com. It's the dyke bar, and I'm in every one of the dyke bar videos. And if you like watching girls fuck girls, then you'll enjoy this video.
I love that. That's one of my favorites. Girls fucking girls, huge strap-on dildos.
Yep. Story of my life, and I'm very pleased about it. So kink.com has taken great care of me over the last 7 years. I've gotten to have amazing directors, amazing co-stars, amazing ability to be the woman I am on film, and not have to necessarily cater it to something, because what I bring to the table and what these ladies bring to the table is marketable. It's hot, but it's what we love, and so if you love what you're doing, people are gonna get off to that a lot more than if you're just doing a thing that you've been paid for.
Cool. Okay.
And that's pretty much it for my promotions today.
All right.
I will say I do have a website. I have not been sessioning for the last couple years. It's www.mistresscaradominatrix.net. And you can check that out. There are some pictures on there and some interesting things, and it might be more active later in the year. So, just keep an eye on it.
So somebody watching tonight, could they schedule a session with you in the future or no?
I have been on hiatus for that for a couple years, but I am very much wanting to get that ball rolling again. So shoot me an email and, make the email presentable. I want to be able to read your words.
As soon as she gets home, it's an email from me.
And it's just like, hey, baby, fuck my ass.
Fuck? You were fucking
If you write me and you say, hey, baby, fuck my ass, you won't hear from you.
In Spanish.
From me.
That's cool, man. Okay, let's do. I want to do the fuck you segment real fast.
Oh, may I say one thing?
Yeah, go for it.
If I session with somebody who's not in the porn industry, there is no sex. So get that out of your filthy little head right now.
Did you hear that? All right, here we go. On my show, as you guys know, we do a fuck you segment, and usually it's to like a government doing something fucked up to her people, right?
Wow.
Like the last show, our fuck you segment was to Saudi Arabia for imprisoning this girl for wearing a fucking dress. She wore a dress on her vacation, and they found it on her Facebook. As soon as she got back to Saudi Arabia, they put her in fucking prison. But anyway, but this fuck you segment is related to Mistress Cara. And what it is, it's to the haters and the people who make fun of like the clients of these kind of these kind of women.
Lovely.
You know, because I see it on Twitter. I see, oh, what the fuck? What do you mean you're getting fucked in the ass or this and this and that?
Jealousy.
So that's our fuck you tonight. Our fuck you is to the haters of the clients of these dominatrixes and people like Mr. Cara. So So on 3, we'll say fuck you to the haters. Okay.
I love it.
All right. On 1, 2, 3.
Fuck you to the haters.
There we go. All right. Well, I want to thank you, Mr. Cara. I gotta have you back on. Dude,
Thank you. I had a lot of fun.
I was already in love with her. I seen her. I walked up to her in the parking lot, and the first thing I see is her eyes, that face, those thighs. I'm like, yes, yes. So,
Well,
anyway,
you've been a gracious host. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
And I can't wait to have you back on. So, like I end the show, every show, I end it with what my tattoos say: believe in yourself, and que será, será.
You're listening to CannaPornia with your host, Mofo, only on LA Talk Radio.
No.